Today is May 3rd. It is that time of the month to break down my previous month's numbers. So we're gonna look at my profit and loss statement on Inventory Lab for April of 2022. And before I show you my screen and take you in there, I want to explain why I'm doing this, to be open about it. 3 reasons really. For one, credibility. If I am going to share advice on selling on Amazon, I think it's really important that you understand that I kind of know what I'm doing a little bit, to the point that I'm at least making decent money, all right? I know if I was in your shoes, and I have been in your shoes, I want people that have some type of experience too. For 2, I want to document it a little bit. I plan on doing this for a long time, both Amazon and YouTube, so I think it's fun to watch the journey. And 3, and most importantly, because it wasn't all that long ago I was a new seller. And there's a lot of information on the internet and available on social media. A lot of people post their sales. And I want to be open about what is profit, because sales don't really mean a whole lot if you're not making profit. How much time it takes to get to that, how much money you have to have, what tools you use and how much they cost. And I just want to be an open book so that this is relatable, open, and honest. At the end of the video, I'm also going to share what my upcoming very near future goals are and how I plan on achieving them. Also, I'm going to break down the formula that I use to understand how much money I have to spend every month in order to reach my profit goals. Alrighty, so I have Inventory Lab open in front of me, April 2022 profit and loss statement. I'm not going to go line item by line item. I just want to show you this kind of for like the proof. And then I'm gonna take you outside of here and I'm just gonna walk you through really the meat and potatoes of the numbers, okay? So here in the upper right-hand corner is my total sales for the month, $29,485.33. After rebates, refunds, reimbursements, that number dwindles down to $29,021.80. After that, we have cost of goods sold, which is my biggest expense, Amazon fees, and some other miscellaneous stuff, subscriptions, supplies, stuff of that nature. And at the very bottom here, you'll see a net profit, $5,464.04, okay? So again, to be clear, that is profit. That's after I spent X amount on cost of goods sold and everything else, that's what I cleared on top of that. Let's start by breaking down the expenses, okay? So first up is my cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold means that for everything that I sold in the month of April, that's what I paid out of pocket to buy those goods, okay? Cost of goods sold, all right? $13,670.41. Next up, Amazon's fees, a little over $9,000, $9,018.41. By the way, as a general rule of thumb, if you ever want to calculate Amazon's fees, I always just say it's a third. And actually that's like spot on with this, right? A third would be like right around $27,000 in sales, so it's just under a third, but I like to keep it at a third as a nice round chunk, okay? And by the way, before you wanna gasp or complain, I don't care what Amazon takes. I calculate it into my decision-making process. They're a $1 trillion brand. We get to ride their coattails. Don't complain about Amazon fees if you wanna be successful. It's irrelevant, all right? Subscriptions. So these are paid tools that I use on a monthly basis. So if I have no sales or 1 million sales, these are fixed every single month. My biggest tool that I pay for is called SellerSnap. It's a REPRICER. For anybody not familiar, basically I can set a minimum and maximum price and it will adjust my price accordingly so that I stay competitive to win the buy box as long as that price is within my parameters. Absolutely critical very early on in your journey. There's much cheaper ones. I elect for that one. I'll probably try to test something out that's cheaper, but right now it's not worth my time to change it, to be honest. I'm very happy with it. Inventory Lab, I think is absolutely necessity, $49 a month, $39.99 my Amazon seller account, and $16.25 for Keepa, absolutely non-negotiable. So that's a total in subscriptions of $605.24 every month. If you were just starting off, yes, you would have the Amazon seller account and you would need Keepa. The REPRICER and Inventory Lab can come soon after with time. But for me, worth its weight in gold, right? All of those. As far as supplies go, think of like boxes, poly bags, tape, stuff like that. I spent $87.32. All in, my total expenses for the month were $23,557 $5,462.76. Enough about the expenses, let's talk about the profit, all right? So as I mentioned, $5,464.04, okay? I do wanna mention something I didn't mention last month that I thought about. I use a 2% cashback credit card on all of my online and in-store purchases for this business. And also for online arbitrage, I use Rakuten and RebatesMe, which are free extensions that basically give you a percentage back of your sale to many, many major retailers, even non-major retailers, right? And I would say very, very conservatively, I get 3% back that way as well. The reason I'm not giving you an exact number is because there's a lot of lag time, so it's hard to calculate how much I earned specifically in April, but very conservatively, at 3% cash back with that, 2% on my credit card, that's 5% cash back every month, okay? On a $13,000 cost of goods month, that means I made another $650 that way. And by the way, from my research, that is not taxable income. That is seen as like a discount or a sale, okay? So that's a really nice factor too. 650 times 12, we're talking, you know, over 8 grand or something right around there for the year. That is nothing to sneeze at. Profit margin, just a hair under 19%, okay? Which is right around where I was the previous month. So it seems to be like a pretty consistent thing for me. And once you start doing enough volume, you kind of get pretty consistent with it unless something drastically changes in your approach. And to get that number, you simply take the profit, the 5,400 and change, divide it by the 29,000 and change of my total sales, and that's what we come out to, all right? Keep in mind, I also didn't factor in that cashback money, all right? So that certainly increased the profit margin. And also, that is even including my subscriptions, my tools, and my supplies. So if we were just talking about the goods themselves, it would even be a slightly bit higher as well. I want to mention that if you watched the previous month's video for March of 2022, I did $37,000 in sales. And this month, as I just mentioned, I did about $29,000. So if you're wondering what happened, what would cause stuff like that, for me, really simply put, I moved. I moved from South Florida to Asheville, North Carolina, and there was a long stretch that I stopped buying things or having things online arbitrage sent to my house because I didn't want them to not get there in time. And also I didn't want to send things here prematurely. So that's the major lap there. And that's really all there is to it. I'm not slowing down by any means. As far as moving forward, I am really all in on online arbitrage. I gotta say, the power of the internet, taking everything I've learned about selling on Amazon, I still will do retail arbitrage. I just made a video about retail arbitrage. I love getting out and about. It opens my minds to new products and categories. Can't beat the return on investment for retail arbitrage. But ultimately, even if it means my profit margin goes down, my bottom line is going to go up because of the scalability of online arbitrage. As far as immediate goals are concerned, I am really striving for $10,000 profit a month. And I know I'm not that far. In March, I did over 7. And since I've moved here, I have gone so hard with online arbitrage. I have sent in so many products. I'm calling it now. May is the month that it happens, assuming everything gets checked in on time. I have gone so hard and really putting so much time and effort into it, waking up super early to do OA. And I think this is the month. I also want to share with you, I kind of have a really simple formula so that I can reverse engineer how much I have to spend in order to reach my goals, right? So I'm going to show you my calculator and just bear with me here. So basically, or not basically, I did $29,000 in sales, 29,485.33, okay? Now I'm going to divide that by my total cost of goods, 13,670.41 cents, and it equals 2.15, all right? That means for every dollar that I spent, the amount of sales that I achieved was 2.15 that amount, okay? So 13,670.41 times 2.15 equals my total sales for the month, all right? So here's how I reverse engineer that. I know, I've been saying 19% profit margin, let's just say 20 to make it a round number. I know that I need to do $50,000 in a month at 20% profit margin to clear $10,000. So what I would do is take $50,000, I would divide it by the 2.15 and I would get $23,255. So that means that that's how much I have to spend at my current profit margin in order to achieve my $10,000 goal. And from here you can break it down however you want. I got to spend $6,000 a week. I got to spend, $800 a day. However you want to do your thing, right? But this gives you a very, very attainable number that you can be working towards instead of just saying, oh, I want to make 10 grand. I just need to work hard and shop and it'll happen, right? The same way if you want to lose weight or anything else, you have to have an actionable plan. And I find that to be incredibly, incredibly helpful. I should have been doing this a while ago, but I think it's something that's worth its weight in gold. By the way, I don't keep track of how many hours I put into the business, but realistically, I think I'm easily 40 hours a week. I've really given this a lot of attention. I don't use a prep center yet, but I think that's coming. I do everything myself. I also have another small business outside of this. I make the videos. I share that to say you absolutely have time to do this in addition to a full-time job, all right? Nights, weekends, whatever. You don't have to put in 40 hours to see good results, all right? Thank you all for being here. Get out there, take action, be willing to be a beginner. There's so many resources to help you along the way. If you have any questions, comments, topics you want to see, put them below. I'm Jonathan, Duke Does Amazon. We're on Instagram as well. I will see you very soon.